Okay, hello folks, welcome back to The Long Dark. This is video number 13. Yes, 13. I'm very superstitious about 13, so this could not go well. This could go badly wrong. But anyway, picking up from where we left off in video number 12, we're in camp office. We've just dropped our forward down here now. I've just remembered, or just realised, at the end of video number 12, we didn't do the journal. I completely forgot to do it, so we haven't got anything to recap on. I'll try not to do that this time round, but basically, just from memory, which in my case is fairly fresh because I'm filming them back to back, we basically just ferried some more of the bear meat across from the hut on the other side of the lake. We did a bit of tidying up, we crafted our deerskin trousers, and we've set a couple of snares, try and get some rabbits so we can do the rabbit skin mitts. And we are in camp office, having just hauled back some firewood, and what we need to do is a little bit of maintenance and repair on our hatchet because I noticed that was getting a bit bad. So let's start off by doing that. I'm actually carrying wheatstone, so whetstone. I always say that wrong. So let's go ahead and sharpen it. It doesn't take very long, 12 minutes to do this, but it's doesn't increase it by very much. It only increases it by 4%, so we'll have to do this a few times. And the whetstone, I think, decreases by 5% every time we use it, but we're only increasing the axe sharpness by 4%, so I don't know whether that percentage improves as our sharpness skill improves. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep going until I get it to 50%. In fact, I might take it a little bit. I might take it up to 60. So I definitely know we're good. I've got 2 more whetstones, so if I end up wearing them out, it's not a big deal. Okay, we've got 3 hours of daylight remaining as well, so we're going to have to sleep through the night in a moment. I've just noticed our time to sharpen has dropped by a minute. It's now 11 minutes, not 12. So it looks like the time it takes us to do it drops every time as our skill increases. Okay, we've got that 63%. Oh, let's just do it. Why not? That's going to take us to 67. Yeah, there you are. That'll do. So, if we just have a quick look. Well, we've used half that whetstone. We've used half that whetstone to do that. Okay, so let's just have a quick nosy through our inventory. We've got the wolf meat that we're going to be eating together through the night. Clothing wise, we're pretty good. We've got our deerskin trousers, our deerskin boots. So our warmth bonus is plus 12, so we are really good in terms of temperature outside. We're getting a bit tired, we've got 2 hours daylight remaining. We need to eat, drink and sleep, so let's go ahead and do that. And these are curing away, so I think what we're going to have to go and do now is go and let me just double check this because I want to make sure I've got this right. In fact, I've got 2 sewing kits that I can probably ditch as well, haven't I? I don't weigh much, but better to get rid of them than carry them around when you don't need to. Because again, we're basing everything here in our base camp, so things like that we just don't need to carry around with us. Something else we don't really need to carry around with us is a spare magnifying lens. So let's get rid of our second one of those. We'll get rid of our better one. Put it up here. In fact, I've actually already got one. We're actually doing pretty good on supplies. The only downside, of course, is when we move maps. We're not going to take it all with us. Just have a quick check. We do need 4. I thought we needed 4. We've only got 3, which means we're a bit short. So, what to do? Well, what we're going to do now is eat, drink and sleep, so let's go and do that. And that'll take us through to tomorrow morning. I've kind of been mucking up the endings of these videos a little bit, I have to say. I've been making a little bit of a muck-up of them. They've not been ending very logically. It's partly because I'm trying to sort of stick to a roughly 30-35 minute video length. Let's go ahead because these don't give you as many calories as the bear meat does, but that'll do. And we shall drink. And then we shall sleep. So we shall sleep for the full 12 hours, I think. Okay, so that should lift our condition all the way back to 100%. Oh, the weather's gone a bit nasty. Oh, it's alright, it's cleared up. Oh, it's gone bad. Oh, this could be fun. Okay, so let's just, before we go any further, let's just drink again. And we'll just go back to sleep for another hour. The weather does not look good. Are we going to be stranded here again? You see, this is the problem when you're trying to sort of make videos about this, and the weather goes really bad, and you end up stranded in a hut for 3 days. It kind of ruins the video slightly. Because we need to go hunting. We need to go get ourselves a wolf. Let's have a look outside, see what it is actually looking like. But I think we probably already know. It's not going to be good. Yeah. Okay. That is a little bit rubbish. Okay, let's go back inside. Oh, this is a bit annoying. Second video in a row this has happened. I'll tell you what, this is something I have noticed, certainly with the Long Dark, since the Desolation Point update, really, is that the weather can, you know, you get more frequent, really nasty weather. I'm just kind of taking stock through my inventory. I'm not really carrying too much that I can leave behind. I'm just worried about the carrying capacity. Okay, so let's try another 3 hours, because that doesn't exhaust our calorie reserves. Let's just see if it clears. I was kind of hoping it would. It hasn't. Okay, let's do another couple of hours. Come on, we need to go hunting! There we go, that's better. Right. So how are we looking? Well, food-wise, yeah, we're starving, conditions dropping. I'm going to have to take on some calories to stop our condition dropping too much. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and eat this bit of wolf, which is a bit unusual. I don't normally do that, but we're going to do it. Because I don't want my condition to drop too much while we go outside. So let's pick up our rifle. And we've actually got 2 rifles. Don't know if this is the one that's got some bullets in it. Don't think it is actually. No, this one's not the one that's got bullets in it. Let's get rid of that one. Put that one back. And we'll go and get the other one, which is over here. Because this one's got some bullets. No, it hasn't. They both had bullets in them. I am pretty sure they did. Okay, well let's pick up those 3. We'll go with those 3 rounds. I don't want to waste too much ammunition. Actually, thinking about it, I used an awful lot against that bear, so no, it might not have been loaded actually. Never mind. Right, we've got 3 bullets. So let's go and get ourselves a wolf. This is a good place, you know. If they happen to run up here, this is a great place to get them. Because they won't come up onto this balcony. But anyway. Right, so let's go and find ourselves a wolf. Nice and clear out here now. Temperature, hey, we're up above freezing. That clothing bonus is really paying off now, as you can see. When you get the better clothing, temperature's up above freezing, so we're not going to freeze while we're out here now. So that's good. And once we get the wolfskin coat, it really is a game changer. Okay. Not much going on out here, it's very quiet. We head across the lake, hoping to find a wolf. I'll tell you what, they've not been out there very long. Let's go and check our snares. They've only been out there for a fairly short amount of time, but let's go and check them. You never know, we might find a wolf around here as well. For dual purpose. It's very clear out here, I have to say. The weather's very good compared to what it was when we first started this video. The weather was really rubbish again, but it's gone nice and clear. So let's keep our eyes open for wolves as we come around here. Kind of hoping we find one. I know I'm probably going to end up having to tussle with it, because I'm a pretty rubbish shot with this rifle when it's a wolf, because I do tend to zigzag. No wolves around here. Okay, let's go check the snares. Okay, so as you might have seen, if you've sort of looked at some of the other videos that have gone up on the channel, weekend I was out in Wales at the Cambrian Rally, and I tell you what, it was cold. It's giving the a long darker run for its money. Hey, looks like we have got a rabbit. It was absolutely freezing in them there hills. Yeah, we've got the 2 rabbits we need. It was absolutely freezing out in Wales for the Cambrian, but it was good. Watching the cars come through. Excellent. Let's pick up this style rabbit. Yeah, it was really, really cold out in Wales. Up in the forests. Quite a long way off the beaten track. But very busy, lots of people up there. Car park. Well, it's not really a car park, it's a forest track. We all parked down one side of, but it was really quite busy. Lots and lots of cars. Pretty full field as well. I'm pretty happy that there were so many cars out there competing. Lots of 4-wheel drive cars as well, always nice to see them, going through nice and fast. Bit of a motorsport rallying fan. You'll see plenty more videos in a few weeks' time, well, probably about a month actually. We've got the next one, which is the Mid-Wales stages, which is sort of slightly further south to where the Cambrian runs. It's right in the heart of Wales Rally GB territory. It's the first round of the 2016 British Rally Championship, so any motorsport fans out there, British Rally Championship is back after what was a pretty awful 2014. It's back, 4-wheel drive cars and looking a lot better, so there will be more videos coming from rallies this year as well as video games as we head into hello Wolfie. Hey! I'm quite proud of that. I actually hit him. Spot on. Okay, so let's peel him. Let's take 1 hour 26 minutes, that's not too bad. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, I'm happy with that. Normally I miss. Okay, we're encumbered, but let's not worry too much about that. Oh, heck. We've got a whiteout. Just what we didn't need. Okay, well hopefully we can get back before it gets really bad. I'm actually going to get rid of this. No, I'll keep it out. Just in case another one comes and clocks me. Hey, I'm happy with that. So we've got ourselves our 2 rabbits, and we've got ourselves our other wolf. So we've actually got everything that we need now. So I think we're probably going to end up spending the rest of this video having a big cook-off of all this various meat that we've got, while we leave the hides to cure. So the bad news is we've got all the resources that we need to make the rabbit skin mitts and to make the wolf skin coat, which will complete our set of animal skin clothes. But we've got to wait for everything to cure. Originally, when the game first came out, you didn't have to. You could just use them straight away, but now you have to wait for them to cure, which is more realistic, because that's how it would be in real life. You'd have to wait for things to dry before you can use them, but it's a bit of a nuisance for kind of moving these things along for video purposes. But never mind, we'll think of some things to do. So quick look at temperature, 4 degrees, they're actually pretty good, conditions 93%. We are actually in really, really good shape at the moment. We've got quite a nice little stockpile up here in camp office, and we've got plenty of meat to keep us going. In fact, so much I'm running out of storage space for it. And we've got animal skin clothing coming together. So I think we're very, very close to being ready to consider making a move out to one of the other regions. But what I am going to do, we're going to stay here for a little bit because I want to use up some of this meat before we go, because I'm not going to be able to take it all with me. And if I leave it here, it'll have spoiled by the time I come back. So we want to stay here for several days and make use of that before we go anywhere else. So here we are back in the camp office, so back in our safe house. So let's go and get rid of the rifle. I do have a tendency to do this, because I only take the rifle with me if I'm actually going to go hunting, simply because it isn't very good as a self-defense weapon most of the time, I find. Probably because I'm just a rubbish shot, but it's not very good as a self-defense weapon. Excellent. So let's get rid of the various hides and pelts that we're carrying. And gut. So let's get rid of all the gut, let's get rid of the pelts as well, and get ourselves organised. So we've got a wolf pelt, we need to pop over here with the others. I'll put it there, I'll put it there. We've got ourselves some, whoops, we've got ourselves some gut, so let's drop that up top. Get that curing away. Some of this might well have cured actually, yeah. Excellent, okay. So get our filing system going again in a minute. This is good practice. It's good to just try and keep things neat and tidy so that you know what you've got and where it is, and you can sort of just see visually what you're doing so you don't get yourself in a mess. Fortunately, rabbit pelts kill quite quickly, so it's not quite going to be as neat as I'd like, but never mind, it's there. Oh, it's a bit of a nuisance. Just okay, so everything's laid out, we know what's going on. Just come and sort our guts out. As I say, it's worth just sort of having some sort of neat and tidy filing system so you know what's going on. So this is how I do it. Cure guts on the bottom, curing guts on the top. Animal furs in front, anything craft related over here, medical supplies in the medicine cabinet, utility type stuff over here, weapons over here, food and firewood upstairs, which is where we're going now. So we have got 2 hours of daylight left, so I'm going to be sleeping through the night again. Yeah, we've got plenty of meat to cook up here as well. So what I'm going to do, let me just go into my cupboard. I've got some cooked meat in here, so they're going to get me through the night. I need a little bit of water as well. I'm not going to take all of that 2 litres. I've got 10 litres over on the other side, so I'm not too worried about it. We are encumbered, but I'm not too worried about that. That's not going to make much difference, particularly since we're about to eat, which will get rid of that particular problem, I think. Eat, drink, and be merry. So let's go ahead and do that. So eat, drink. Right, condition's pretty good, but we have 2 hours daylight left, so what we're going to do, we're going to jump in, and we are going to sleep for the full 12 hours through the night. So this is where things do get a little bit on the not quite so interesting side. I will warn you ahead of this. We're going to be spending, I think, a little bit of time in the hut working through things now, so it's not going to be the most interesting few videos, I don't think, while we're doing this. While we wait for everything to cure, basically. Let's just sleep for another hour, because that'll just take some daylight and see what we're doing. Not wasting any lantern fuel or anything like that. So we haven't actually got any spare lantern fuel. That's one thing we haven't got. That's certainly a lot rarer in the game now than it used to be. You used to get loads of that, but we're just not getting it now. Okay, so plenty of firewood, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do my old little trick of picking most of it up. And a book, so it's good to start fires with. So, actually before we do this, I'm going to get some of this meat. Get the low. So let's go ahead and light our fire. We've got a 100% chance of success using a book. books are really good for starting fires, but obviously they're a bit scarce. I think you can harvest books down into tinder plugs, but because they're so useful on their own starting fires, I don't tend to do it. Okay, so let's get this fire lit. Let's get this fire lit. It's because I'm using coal and that's why. It's taking so long. There we go. Right. So let's get lots of fuel on this fire. So we've got cedar. And the fir is really long burning, so we definitely want to use that. That gives us a 7-hour fire. Gives us a 9-hour fire. Take that to 10 hours. There we are. So we've got ourselves a 10-hour fire. Let's go ahead and start cooking. So it's going to take most of the day, I think. We'll try and cook up. Now, this is where I sort of tend to disagree with a lot of people. They're probably right, but I just do this because I'm lazy. It's nice and easy. A lot of people will say, just cook up the meat when you're going to use it, and let the condition of the meat, the raw meat, drop, then cook it, and that brings the condition back up again. I'm a little bit cautious because I've got food poisoning quite a few times before from eating meat that was locally when raw, was cooked, and obviously the conditions increased, but I've still got food poisoning from it. So I'm a little bit sceptical of letting it get too low before you cook it. Plus, I like to do these big cook-offs because it uses less matches, less fire starting materials, because you've just got one big fire and you have to do it all in one go. So it might not be the most efficient way of doing it, but ultimately we've got so much meat, I don't think it really matters too much. So that's where I kind of differ with a few people. A few people will just kind of cook a couple of pieces, you know, every now and again, let the condition drop right down before cooking it to bring the condition back up again. But because I've got so much of it, I'm really not too worried. So I'm just going to do this big cook off and get it all cooked. I'll certainly get a lot of it cooked. The only side drawback is that it means sitting here for quite a long time doing this. A very repetitive job. Anyway, looks for us to be doing in the meantime. But unlike some of my other videos at Fallout 4 and KSP, I'm not sort of skipping anything or cutting bits out or anything like that with these. I'm literally giving it to you as live, as it is. So if anything goes wrong, you'll know about it. Because that's the thing with the long dark, you don't do periodic saves, you can't reload an old save. If you die, you die. It's the end of the life. It's the end of the game. You have to start again. So it's permadeath, which I think is quite good actually. Okay, so we've got everything cooked that we were carrying, but obviously we have a little bit more. So let's just go and dump some of what we've cooked into here. Basically as much as the container can take, which is that. Well, that'll go in there as well, because things will be on it. Okay, and let's go back over here. That's what Tammy's water. Let's got the clothes. I think I'm actually going to use Dead Dude over here as my food storage, which is a bit weird, but it's what I'm going to do. Except you can't take very much. Dump all this cooked meat back with him. God, we've got so much meat, this is ridiculous. I think we're going to be set here for potentially a week or so. If I'm absolutely honest with the amount of meat that we've got. I might end up sort of shipping some of this in stages over to the Hydra Dam so that we can start thinking about making a move out to another region. Give us something to do. This is, we've got so much meat, this is insane. Still bringing down this is what happens when you bring down a bear, you just end up with so much meat, it's brilliant. You really can keep yourself going. In theory, we don't need to go outside now, probably for a good, literally a week, 7 days or so. We can just sort of keep going through this very quickly. And if I was playing offline, I might well do that, but obviously for you guys I don't want to make it boring by sort of sitting in the hut and not doing anything, so we shall think of some things to do. Let's keep going. Okay, so other channel news while we're doing this. Fallout 4. I am still desperately trying to sort out a better recording solution for PS4. Using the native recording in the PS4 is really stupid because you can only do 15 minutes at a time. It really is irritating. Really is annoying. I do not know why they've done that. They've given you a really good feature, built-in recording, and then they've gone and ruined it by putting these stupid limits on it. And it really is annoying. But so I'm hoping to get an external recorder that I can put in my PC. Hope to get an external recorder that I can put in my PC so I can do some proper recording. You'll also notice that the audio quality, the voiceover quality on my Fallout 4 videos is very good because I'm using the little rubbish headset that comes with the PS4. So hopefully I can get myself on this proper microphone, studio mic that I'm using for this as well. So hopefully there'll be a bit more Fallout 4 content coming. I might go for herbal tea here actually. Why not? Let's go the whole hog. So yeah, hopefully there'll be some more Fallout 4 content coming and make that a little bit more regular. And again for Kerbal Space Program, I'm hoping to do quite a lot of that. I know Josh likes it, so we're going to be doing a bit more of that. So that we can get some more Fallout 4, more KSP out there. Now I just need to get the money together to get myself a new monitor so that I can sort that little recording issue out that I've been having with the resolution, which is down to the monitor. I figured it out, it's down to the monitor, so new monitor needed, which I am going to try and get next month if I've got the money. I've got a big month next month. I'm a best man at a wedding, and I've got obviously stag do and everything else, so it's going to be slightly good month, but an expensive one. But hopefully we can squeeze it in there somewhere. Okay, let's go ahead and eat. Get our calorie count right the way up. In fact, let's go ahead and go the whole hog and get it all the way up to the top. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go and drink our herbal tea. Yes, we can't take on board any extra calories, but that's fine. And then we'll drink some water just to get our thirst all the way up to the top. There we go, and the fire is burning out. Pretty much down to embers, I think, now. 5 minutes to go. So, I think what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and sleep for a full 12 hours. Rest. And wake up the following morning. I'm just going to drink... just to get that dehydration sorted, then I'm just going to sleep for another hour just to get us into the daylight properly, so that I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll be able to see. No, not really. Okay, we just need to do another hour then. Hang on, I'll find the bed again. There it is. So do another hour just so we can see what we're doing. I don't want to waste lantern fuel, just kind of randomly wandering about the house. So let's just see what we're doing. There we go, now we can see what we're up to. Right, so we've got plenty of food, we've got plenty of water, so we are looking really, really good up here. Plenty of cooked meat going on. We've got lots of weapons, lots of utensils. I'm going to do a little bit of rifle maintenance in a second. These are curing. The rabbit pelts cure really, really quickly, so I think they're the ones we're going to be doing next. Wolf pelts take a little bit longer. We've got 2 cured wolf pelts here, and 2 that are curing, and we've got 2 rabbit pelts that are not far off, so I have a feeling the rabbit skin mitts is going to be our next one. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my rifle and a rifle cleaning kit and do a little bit of rifle maintenance. It's basically the same as the again, you know, we only get 3% improvement, takes 12 minutes to do, so it's very similar to using the whetstone to sharpen the axe. It only improves it by a tiny, tiny little bit, but we definitely need to do it because we don't want the rifle fading. We've got 2 of them, but we keep it in good condition, so let's go through and do a big clean on this. These are the kind of things, it's really good, the long dart, whoops, as I clout the microphone. The Long Dark is really, really good for anybody who's sort of not been playing it for very long or hasn't actually started playing it yet. It really has come a long, long way. It's a real success story of crowdfunding because it's a crowdfunded game. Ultimately, the initial funding for it came through Kickstarter, and it's a real success story, as the same as Kerbal Space Program. Long Dark really is a success story because it started off as a, it was a fairly basic game when it first started. It only had the one region. Things were not super realistic and stuff wasn't quite right, but the graphics were not as polished as they now are. But the developers really have been putting the work in, and they really have developed the game pretty dramatically. The graphics have improved enormously, and the animations have improved. The character models have improved for the animals, the wildlife out there. And the mechanics of the game has improved, like without using rifle cleaning, whereas before we used scrap metal and profile would repair it. Slightly different. I feel this is a bit more realistic than the old way of doing it was. I'm just going to keep going for a little bit. In fact, I might just keep going until I get this up to maximum, So it really has improved. It's really, really good. We know the story mode is coming. And the impression that we're getting, or certainly the impression that a few people who I know have got a bit of insider knowledge are getting, is that the story mode is not that far away. And I think the story mode is going to be pretty cool. I mean, at the moment we're in sandbox mode. Sandbox mode itself is really nice and really good. And it's interesting to play, and I know some people have made it out to 500 days and things like that, which is pretty incredible. But the story mode I think will be really, really good. I'm just not quite sure how it's going to play out, whether it's going to be more Fallout 4, where it's still really, really open world. You kind of have quest type equivalents to play, or whether it'll be a bit more like Last of Us, which is a little bit more linear. It's less open world, a little bit more linear. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Okay, we're nearly there. We'll do one more. Hopefully this will take our cleaning skill to 50. Yep, there we go. So, there we are. We'll leave it at that, I think. And we've ruined the rifle cleaning kit anyway, so we haven't got much choice. I don't think you can actually repair any of these, can we? No. So if I have got another rifle cleaning kit, so it's not a big deal. Let's just pick it up. I don't think you can repair these, can you? No. I think you can do about rifle cleaning kits or whetstones. Once they wear out, they wear out. So there we go. So let's drop our rifle back down again. Let's get the rifle. Okay, oops. Still a few bugs, stuff still clips through occasionally. And I'm going to get rid of these two snares as well, because I've got the rabbit pelts that I need. So I'm not particularly bothered too much about it's interesting that it lets you do that. Normally you have to lay those flat. That's a bit strange. Okay, so where do we stand now? Weather doesn't sound particularly good out there. I think what we're going to do, we're going to call this a day, I think. Let's just get rid of these two rifle rounds. Hoping they're not the two that were supposedly loaded into the rifle. They're not. I don't know where they came from. Okay, let's call it a day, I think, for now. The next video we'll keep an eye on our rabbit pelts. They're not far away. I might go and sort of replenish my firewood a little bit and just potter about, really, while we wait for things to cure, and then we'll get finishing our crafting. So I'm just going to do an hour's sleep just to save the game. So let's go ahead and do that. So thank you very much again for watching. We've made it through episode 13 without any disasters. So I shall see you again soon for the next episode of the next video. I keep saying episode. I don't want to say episode because then it seems like I'm copying everybody. The next video in this series of The Long Dark. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.